Miss Aurorah is back, secured entrepreneurs. You know, it's still early, but I'm a little bit more ready to face this day. So I got started in here in the kitchen because, you know, King David is like any other child. Excuse me, what's in there to eat? Okay, in this video, Miss Aurorah is going to answer some of these questions that you all are emailing me. I want to thank you for emailing. Please continue to do so at info@aurorahdayconsulting.com. All right. In this video, I really do need to get into these proven money making strategies. All right. Because what many of you are saying in your emails is that you have been following all of these things that you are watching here on YouTube. You're following all these things that you're watching online. You have bought into some courses. You've been to some of these, conferences, things like that. And you believe that you are taking the steps that you have been taught in these things and on these videos. But these things are not really working out for you. Now, I do understand some of you who are saying you spent big money, because Miss Aurorah has been there too. And a majority of the people in the secured entrepreneur movement who know Miss Aurorah personally can attest to how many things, you know, we buy into here to learn, right? And we like to do all of that because it's necessary. However, you all are saying it has not been the deal. It has not been the deal, right? So in this video, Miss Aurorah is going to get into 10 proven money-making strategies that every new aged, and I'm gonna put the preference on new age because this is not, you know, we're not in 1980. We're not even in 1990. The way things have to be done in 2024 and beyond, totally different. We're in a different time. So Miss Aurorah is going to get into that in this video. All right. Can we do that? All right. So for those of you who do not know who I am Miss Aurorah Dey, and this is the Secured Entrepreneur Movement. All right, secured entrepreneurs and everyone who is visiting, thank you, thank you, thank you. Please hit the like button, subscribe if you have not. Thank you. Okay. Now listen, everybody here in the secured entrepreneur movement knows that Miss Aurorah is not going to do the fluff. Part of the issue that you all are telling Miss Aurorah about in the emails, or even when we get on our calls, part of the issue is that what you're watching are YouTubers, and this is no shade on any YouTuber who does any of this, okay? But what you're watching is a lot of regurgitation. So you're not hearing these things from individuals who have practical experience. You're not hearing these things from individuals who have actually been out here in these entrepreneur streets, okay? Pounding the pavement and making it happen every day. So you're not hearing these things from those individuals. That's the first thing. So the first proven money-making strategy that every entrepreneur, every new age entrepreneur needs to understand is that you definitely are the niche. One of the things that you all are complaining about is, oh, they told me to pick a niche and I started doing this, I started doing that. First of all, it wasn't even authentic to you. It has nothing to do with what you are on the planet to create. Zero. That's the first issue, right? So you're saying, you know, I picked this niche. It's a popular niche. I did the research. I've been on Instagram. I see everybody doing this and that. On Twitter. I mean, you all have been telling Miss Aurorah this, right? Did you know that there are well over 2,500 to 3,000 niches out here? You know, Miss Aurorah is always thinking about money. Okay, here we go. There are over 2,500. There are more than 2,500, almost more than 3,000 niches out here, right? How do you suspect that that is occurring? How do you suspect that that is happening? Because there's a whole lot of individuals who understand that the economy is coming from within them. And they are out here doing things that you never heard of. And what's so unique about what they're doing is that other people, thousands of people internationally, are on the same frequency with these people who create these things that you never heard about. And they fall right in line and they feel like, oh man, I finally found it because this is what I've been looking for. I've been thinking about this. I've been wanting this. Okay. Because it's not just about picking a niche. It's about finding the gap or the underserved in a particular market, because there's too many people out here. There's too many people on the planet, and you haven't thought far enough. This is not just about the United States, okay? This is an international effort, an international venture. And I guarantee you that when you understand that you are the niche and whatever it is that you're supposed to be doing is what you should be concentrating on, putting all of your effort, your mental effort, your emotional effort, your spiritual effort, your financial effort. That's what you should be doing. So number one, you are the niche. You've got to get into the niche that is designed for you naturally, innately. There is a niche. There's something that you are supposed to be doing. And maybe if you don't know, start spending some time finding out. I'm talking sit in the middle of the floor with a cup of water, shut your eyes, start doing some deep breathing, okay, all that. Get into it, okay? Because that's going to be the first thing as it relates to you coming out here to conducting yourself in any type of commerce. What's going on? All right. Because here's the issue with this. Some of you get on the calendar, and I want to thank you for getting on the calendar. And then we talk it out and it's like, oh, I got to go back to the drawing board. You guys got so many things, 4 or 5 different things that you feel like you want to come out here and do, but you don't have one working. You haven't made one thing profitable. You haven't made $1. One of the things, and you get on the call and you say, okay, I got this, I got that, and this how. Okay, wait a moment. Where have you made an investment? What's going on here? Right? That's number one. I don't want to make this video too long because I want to do 2 more. I want to bust out 2 more today. Okay. Now it's after you really fall in line with what you're here to do, what you should be doing. It's after you really fall in line with what your niche is going to be. Now that's when you make some compelling products and services. And I'm talking, these things are unique. I remember when Simone started sending me these things for the young lady who does that slutty vegan, I think it was a food truck. And I looked at it, I said, now, first of all, she's bringing some sassiness to veganism. And it just might be that her way of making vegan foods, because everybody here knows, okay, anybody who's tried anything vegan, you quit immediately because either the food tasted like rocks or it tasted like rubber. You couldn't really chew it. It didn't give you the feel that you're accustomed to. It didn't make you feel like you were eating real steak or a real beef or a real pork or whatever it is that you like. It didn't make you feel like that. And for me, I've tried the vegan cookies, vegan cake and all that stuff like that. And I'm like, this is hard as a stone. Like, what the hell is going on? Like, nah, give me some of that real flour, real sugar, real frosting, all of that junk, right? So I'm looking at everything Simone sent me. This is back when she first started, this young lady, right? And I said, well, it could be that she got some good taste in food. Look at where Slutty Vegan is today. Hello. She found the gap in the market. She made a compelling product, provided a compelling service. Okay, her niche probably was a food truck, because I think she started in the food truck, right? I think she's still in the food truck. I don't know, but that's what I remember that Simone sent to me. It was this slutty vegan food truck. So I don't know if she was in the truck or she was in a restaurant at the time. But if you take a look at what's going on with slutty vegan now, okay, she's in the food niche. She's in the food niche. She found the gap. All right. Now, I'm sure if you had the opportunity to go to slutty vegan before you went into the supermarket and got some of them brands that's up in the freezer with all these ingredients that you can't even pronounce, you can't name, and all this stuff like this, you would probably prefer to eat something at slutty vegan if that's what you're into. Right. So that's the second thing. Once you get into that niche that's designed for you, something that you're good at, something that you're here to do, now you're going to start to design the unique and compelling products and services that fit around that and call in your tribe, because the people who resonate with what it is you're doing are going to fall in like a moth to a flame, right? They're going to fall in. You need to understand that. All right, let's get into the third thing. All right, so branding. So this. Some of the emails that we received sounding off about, now I have never taken this individual's that, now two of you, now this is very interesting. So I do not know this individual. This individual obviously is extremely popular because two people sent an email saying they took this individual's branding course or class. I don't know if you were in person. One of you sent a picture, so there had to have been an in-person. Okay, so there had to have been an in-person, probably in addition to an online course, right? And you stated that you invested in the individual's branding course, which is good to do because you do need education, you need information, you need somebody to show you how it is done, right? But the two of you stated that you came away from the course more confused than when you went in. So, sometimes people are on substances, right? I don't know. Because if two people, and I don't even know if you know each other, I have no idea, but I just found it very interesting that two people had the same experience. So here's the situation. When in fact you are moving forward to build your brand, we already see big brands. That's just a fact of the matter. I mean, we already, Miss Aurorah loves to talk about the McDonald's, because whenever you're driving anywhere in the country, and I'm talking internationally, okay, everybody here knows, anybody who's been anywhere outside of the United States, you are always going to see a McDonald's, okay? Miss Aurorah had McDonald's in Israel. Miss Aurorah had McDonald's in France, right? And every place is different. Every place is different, okay? And I didn't eat the meat. Let me just clear that up. I did have French fries. I had a croissant. I had some hot chocolate. I had other things. Ice cream cone, okay? Ice cream cone. We already see big brands, right? How did they do it? If you are under the impression that you can come out here and brand yourself and not have to make an investment in your branding, the branding of yourself, then you want to believe a porky. My British friends say porky. Okay, then you want to believe a porky, because no matter what people are telling you out here, oh, you don't need money. There's somebody that we admire and he tells you act like you're broke and all this stuff like that. That has its place. But the reality is, if you do not have some form of currency, tangible currency, to make an investment, to put yourself out here, and even if you need an illustrator, that's going to cost you. Okay, for the most part, that's going to cost you. Okay, you're going to need some resources to begin to create a strong brand, because most of the time that's going to start with your logo. Okay, your logo, the colors that will represent your company, your brand, the font size. Okay, is there an avatar? Okay, or is it just something flat? You know, we have many illustrations of what these brands look like. When you have a mascot, we know that Target has the dog with the black circle around his eye. Okay, that's their mascot, but their logo looks like the circular dartboard, or what's that other? It reminds me of the game, the sport where you pull the thing back and it hits the bullseye and all that stuff, and also darts, right? So you see they have a mascot and they also have a logo. Like, what is it going to be for you? But whatever it is, you will have to go, oh, the sun's coming out. You will have to be about understanding that you will make a financial investment. Okay. And that leads to the next thing, which is effective marketing. You have got to learn how to not only leverage social media platforms, because we already know that if you're not online, you're not in time, right? But guess what, secured entrepreneurs? Please guess what? Please guess what? Please guess what? You will also have to appear in some magazines. You will also have to appear in some magazines. Yes, you will. You will also have to appear in some tangible paper, okay, some tangible magazine, something that people actually get in their hands. So you will have to leverage the power of being on social media as well as some tangible publication. You will also need to think about, depending on what your niche is, what your products and your services are, you will need to be seen in particular places, whether that be in a particular restaurant, in a particular retail store, something like that. Okay, you will need to be on the lookout for where it is that your target audience is going to see you. How is it that you're making your brand, yourself, noticed? You know, how are you getting noticed? Okay, how are you becoming noticeable to your audience everywhere they go? Like I said, you can't drive anywhere and not see the Golden Arches. You can't drive anywhere and not see Starbucks, okay? You can't drive anywhere and not see a Target, okay? Now, I know there's a lot of people who shop at Walmart. I never go into the place, but I have been driving in many places. Oh, there's a Walmart. Oh, there's a Home Depot. And now, you know, like for a long time now, as I'm driving past some places, I also see the Panda Express. I want to say I used to eat in there. I used to like the spring rolls and the crab ragoons. Oh, naughty, right? But we see all of that. So start thinking about the financial investment to which you are your greatest investment. So you should be investing in yourself the most into ways, right? Okay. What is the financial investment that you can actually and realistically begin to make to get these things done? All right. Now, a lot of you were saying, and I did see a lot of your channels, and I like a lot of your channels. Okay. And you know, Miss Aurorah supports everybody. All right. But I want you to be mindful that you will have to spend money on some ads, even if it's $5 a day. You will have to put your ads on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, if you're doing Twitter. I don't know what other platforms, whatever it is, but right now I will tell you that Facebook has all of the data. All right. So you may want to start there. and you will need to be trained, because if you think you're just going to put an ad up there and, oh, here's $5, you might find that you will not get a return on your ad spend, and they call that ROAS. Okay, you might not get a return on your ad spend. Okay, the other thing that I would throw in here with these two is leveraging people that you know. People that, now I'm talking like-minded people now. I'm not talking getting into some craziness, right? People who you know, who you're on the same path with, that you are actually going to have conversations with about how you can assist one another, and who do these people know? Who does this person know? And who do you know? Okay, because what has to happen is you must have a network. And this is not about, oh, we're going to go out to this event, we're going to go to this meeting, we're going to go up on Meetup. Like, Miss Aurorah is not about any of that. And all the secure entrepreneurs who talk to Miss Aurorah knows, don't invite me to any of that. Don't invite me to don't invite me to any of that, because that is going to be a room full of people who are doing their own thing. They're doing their own thing. Okay, that's for something else. That's for another time. When it is that you are attempting to effectively brand and market yourself, your products, your services, you need to create a net that works, okay, around what it is that you're attempting to do. And you need the expertise, the skills, the wisdom from individuals who are already doing that particular thing, that particular way. You need the ideas. You need to know, well, how did you do this? If you don't mind me asking, what should I be looking to spend to make this happen? Like, you need to be surrounded by people like that, not the crowd that's doing all sorts of stuff, selling Legal Shield and Mary Kay, and that's a whole lot of. Don't do it to yourself. Okay, so Ms. Aurorah is just trying to help you. I'm answering your questions now, because this is where a majority of entrepreneurs are going wrong, and you're jumping on other people's bandwagon. I tell Rhonda the Great all the time, don't invite me to a costume party. All these things that you want me to come to another state, and I gotta wear some old crazy looking dress and spend 4-5 hours, and the food is horrible and all that. I mean, that's no disrespect or anything like that, but everybody knows I'm not into that. I'm not going to, because how many of us know that time is a commodity? Time is valuable, right? And so that's where many entrepreneurs are just totally messing up 100% of the way. You're spending your time in places that you don't belong, with people that you don't belong with, on things that are not helping you move the needle. Okay? I don't know what number we on. Some secure entrepreneur put it up there. Okay? All right. Let me get on the next thing, because this one was a doozy. So, diversifying revenue streams. These emails were so hilarious. Okay. And one of you, who is a new secure entrepreneur, by the way. So far, we got about, it's almost 30 of you this month, right? I could be wrong, somebody help me. But one of you had this whole thing so confused. You watch somebody's YouTube video, and they were telling you, oh, diversify your revenue streams, and you thought, and you're not alone, because many people do this. What did I just say? All right. So this gentleman thought that it meant get into different types of businesses. He didn't understand that when he was told to diversify revenue streams, it meant within his current business. All right. Now, this is the part that I need for all of the, not only the secured entrepreneurs, but all of the visiting entrepreneurs to this video. Okay. Smash the like button. All right. Understand that once you perfect one thing, because this is where people really go wrong. There is a theory about the 5 1s, right? Because the reality is you need one product or service. One way of marketing that one product or service, right? One distribution channel for that one product or service. Okay, so when it comes to this whole diversifying income streams, you got to test one, because if one of the products or services and service that you create around this unique and compelling niche that is true to you, right? You need to get fixated on having one way that you market, distribute, and do your thing. One way. Okay, so one product or one service being marketed one way. All roads lead to this one thing, and you need to work that one thing for a while, okay? Before you start creating other products and services that spin off of the one thing, because we already know that the one thing will need some tweaking. Okay, the one thing will need some tweaking, and even the one way that you choose to market, okay, will need some tweaking. The ways that you choose to do your advertising will need to be tweaked on a weekly basis. All right, you run some ads for 3 or 4 days and those numbers don't add up. It ain't looking right. Well, let's do a little tweak here and there, but you keep the ad going. But you got to test. Okay, was it the video? Was it the photo? Was it the verbiage? Until you find that target market that's saying, oh yeah, we resonate with this. Okay, and then that's the one that you're gonna go with. So once that starts to, catch the steam, it's going to pick up the speed, right? Okay, now we're going to keep the engine going. The engine is going. We got all these people. Now we got all these people who have bought into this one thing, the one way, right? Now we can introduce to those people something else that has to do with the one thing. It's not all these other things. So I just want all of the secure entrepreneurs to really be clear about diversifying the income streams, because it doesn't have anything to do with, oh, now I'm going to go over here and start day trading. Now I'm going to go over here and start trading some Bitcoin and buying some Bitcoin. Oh, now I'm going to go over here and start doing some sports betting. That has nothing to do with the one thing that you are trying to market to the world. Because remember, the world is yours. The world is yours. Okay, wasn't that Slick Rick that told you the world is yours? Okay, right? All right. So you're supposed to be marketing the one thing to the world. Okay, we're on YouTube. YouTube, one thing, market it to the world. Facebook, one thing, market it to the world. Okay, Amazon. What did he do? Start selling books. He was selling books. Okay, that went so well. Let's go on to the next thing. And created a way to make other people do it. That's that part. Created a way. And I don't think anybody's coming along to really, well, I think Walmart is trying it. And I think Walmart is, I don't know, secured entrepreneurs, comment below. Do you feel like Walmart is competition for Amazon? Because they're trying it. I don't know. But anyways, that's the deal with the diversifying income streams. It would be after you have fully ran the holy mess out of the one thing that you have perfected, sold, are totally known for. When somebody says your name, I know that's so-and-so. That's what I know. Oh, Jeff Bezos. That's Amazon. Okay. The little cornball boy looking boy, whatever. What's his name? Oh, that's Facebook. Okay. we know. Okay. That has to be you. All right. Next, a lot of you have questions about pricing. Well, optimizing your price strategy is extremely important. But what you're missing, and the reason why you're missing this is because, I too have followed some of these people and have watched these videos and done the research now, okay? And they're telling you what the price ranges are that a majority of people will gravitate towards, okay? A majority of people are going to gravitate to this particular price point for this particular thing, and so on and so forth, right? So what's happening is that because you are the niche and you have created something compelling and unique, right? And you have found your tribe, your target market. You have invested in the brand. People know it. You got your marketing out there that's happening every day, all day, like a McDonald's commercial. Just because I can drive down the street and see the artist doesn't mean that I don't open up the computer and see a McDonald's commercial everywhere I go, following me simply because I thought that the new coffee thing was a great idea. I made a comment and said, I wonder if this is decaf. And now here they come. Okay. Like, you got to be like that, right? So the optimizing of your price strategy has everything to do with the demand that is on the product or the service that you have created. All right. The demand, but most of all, the production cost. Excuse me, how much does it cost for me to create this product? That is really going to dictate how much this product is going to cost the public. Especially if, it's going to come in different colors, it's going to come in different sizes. OM to the G. How much does it cost for me to create this product? All right. And how much demand is there for this product? Not only that, do I have a distribution channel? That's important. Okay. Have I perfected this product to a degree at which I'm able to get into Target? I'm able to get into Saks Fifth Avenue. I'm able to get into Bloomingdale's. Okay. I'm able to get into Neiman Marcus. All right. Notice I'm naming some high-end things because that's where we go in the secured entrepreneur movement. They got this new thing out now talking about when they go low, we go to hell. Excuse me, newsflash. As long as you crawling around this planet, you're already in hell. Hello. Fight me in the comments. I don't care. Okay. Let me get on with this. Another thing that you will see, and you will see this quickly, you will have to know when it's time to begin to streamline your operations to reduce costs. Because if in fact you have some financial goals, like say you have quarterly financial goals, right? Well, within those 3 months, you're going to begin to see what is really not effective with what you're doing. Okay. You're going to begin to see, okay, we spent money on that. How can we eliminate that we don't need that? Okay. I definitely, and many of the secured entrepreneurs actually have no interest in building any of these big companies where you're going to be becoming publicly traded or anything like that. But what begins to happen is, as you become successful, as the monies begin to come in, you feel like, well, I need to add this, I need to add that, because other people are telling you what they think is going to be good for you to add. But you have to now utilize common sense and poll your audience, poll the individuals who are coming to you for your product, coming to you for your services. Okay, what do you think about this? How do you feel about this? Would you use this? Do you feel like this is missing? Like, begin to get that information, because if you do not continue to streamline, you will be losing a whole lot of money. Okay, and you won't be able to recognize, whether it is you have good people. Like, many of us have experienced this. You went to a job, you did the best, like you gave your all, you gave 100% to that company. That company did not appreciate you. And even if they gave you a raise, it was a quarter, 35 cents. You were lucky if you got 40 cents at most. Come on now, raise your hand. Okay, because Miss Aurorah is telling the truth now. Anybody who's had that corporate experience and you stayed with the company for a long period of time, you really were not appreciated. Okay, and for those of you who got canned, okay, you got the bizoot. You were devastated. You were devastated. Why? Because you came up in there and gave all your lifeblood and your time. But guess what? They made a decision. This is not cost effective. We think we want to replace this person because we want to get more out of a human being than what we're getting out of this person. We want to really, we already see this person is not allowing us to work them to death. And they may feel as though they have been worked to death, but we don't think so. Okay, so we'll go ahead and get rid of that. It's not cost effective because we're looking for more productivity. Okay, so you have to feel and think the same way about your business, your brand, your company. Okay, how are we streamlining and reducing costs? Because at the end of the day, we must be profitable. We must be profitable, because if we're not, this is just a hobby. Let's just tell the truth. If we're not making any money, this is just an expensive hobby and a huge waste of time. So please, secure entrepreneurs, get with the program. All right, next. Now, many of us know we have got to consistently invest in learning and improvement. Why? We've got to stay up on industry trends. Whatever your niche is, whatever it is you are designed and called to do, you got to know, you better know that when you get started and that thing gets in the wind, somebody is gonna come along and begin to compete with you. Oh, because they like your product, they like your service, they like your branding. They'll come up on your website and steal all your verbiage. Okay, they're pretenders, and they will come along and they might add a little bit more ingenuity. They might be connected to some people who can really do some things in a short period of time. They may be willing to spend more money to get it out there. Lord only knows. So if you don't make up your mind to continue to invest in your learning and your improvement, and I'm talking within yourself as well as these products and services that you have out here, you will get squashed. How many people come on, IBM, where are they? Eastern Airline, where are they? Like we got too many. Blockbuster. I mean, come on, name them. Put it in the comment. Come on, things that we frequented. I remember going to Crazy Eddie. It was an electronics store when I was growing up in New York City. Okay, Woolworth. Okay, all these places done. Okay, not here, because people don't want to keep up with the way the world is going. People don't want to keep up with the trends. And how many of the secured entrepreneurs know mom and pop stores, family stores that you saw in your neighborhoods and all that? Nobody wanted to come and take those businesses. Those businesses were bought out with the lease that it came with. Okay, now you no longer have that mom and pop store. Now you got the big brand stores. Everywhere you drive, you got to face the same fashion stores. What is it? Target, Best Buy. What are the other stores in those supermarkets? Those shopping centers? Home Depot, Lowe's. I mean, name them. Panera Bread. is out there. What's that other one? It's very popular. We all love it. We all love it. You know what it is. Chipotle. Okay. You're going to see all these big brands in the same parking lots everywhere you go. No originality. Why is that? Because people are not even investing in originality. It's up to you, creator. It's up to you to create something that would be deemed original, that people want to frequent. And newsflash, how many secure entrepreneurs are like Miss Aurorah? I will go to a restaurant that is family owned before I really want to go to a chain restaurant. And I know there's a whole lot of secure entrepreneurs who feel the very same way. Next, from the very beginning, you have got to focus on long-term growth strategies. Long-term growth strategies. What strategies are you going to implement to assure that you stay in the game long term? And when we talk about long-term growth strategies, you must also begin to think about the reinvention, okay, of the one thing that you've got out there. How does this thing, after we have now spun off some other things to diversify the income stream, okay, how does this thing get a facelift? Remember when Aunt Jemima got a facelift? We were sitting up there looking at Aunt Jemima for all them years, and then one day she had plastic surgery. Okay, it's like, hold up now, this woman in her 30s. She in her 30s. This ain't that 55-year-old woman. What? Yeah, because Aunt Jemima has competition. When you go to the supermarket, there's like 15 other syrups that you can buy. But if you know, if you are sold out on Aunt Jemima, you like the way that syrup tastes, you're still gonna reach for Aunt Jemima. Okay, she just 25 years younger. I don't know. Okay, and then the last thing I want to say this is a proven money making strategy, hands down. Customer service. Come on now, secure entrepreneurs. I can tell you, I have left companies because when I called for customer service, I couldn't get anybody that I understood. Hello, raise your hand if you show, okay? SHO, okay? I'm leaving. I don't want service from this company because I can't speak to anybody who speaks English. And this is not to offend anybody, but I'm in the United States. And I will tell you, even when I'm in another country and I want to talk to somebody, you better know I'm banking on the person that I go up to also speak English. I don't even try to hold, mi llamo Ed. No. Do you speak English? And yes, I speak English. And I'm like, I pray to the Most High that you are getting the big bucks because I know you speak about 3 or 4 different languages, okay? But when they speak English, I'm like, oh, now we're going to get somewhere. I was sharing with a few people how during the Thanksgiving when King David and I went to cons, we were in an Uber. We were twice. This happened. No. 3 times. Let me tell the truth now. 3 Uber rides. The gentleman who drove me, beautiful gentleman, nice, great, wonderful, right? Did not speak a lick of English. And all 3 handed me a phone and told me to start saying what I was saying because it was going to translate so that they would understand what I was saying. And then they were going to answer and the phone was going to tell me in English I said, this is a hot mess. And it's my fault because I should speak their language. I'm over here. I should speak their language. So that's one of the things. That's one of my growth strategies for 2024. I'm just going to share that with the secure entrepreneurs. That's one of my growth strategies. All right. There's 2 languages that I need to not only speak, but I'm talking speak with perfection. Speak with perfection because I'm frequenting these places and I don't have any business, not knowing how to communicate, because I will not be able to grow. I will not be able to communicate with these people unless I have an interpreter. And even then, I still don't know what happened in that conversation. I still don't know. Do you understand that? Right? So you've got to provide great customer service. How are you going to do that? Well, we know that a majority of these other platforms, all they're going to allow you to do is email. And I'm actually okay with that. I'm actually okay with that, because now all of the secured entrepreneurs know that when you email us and you have an urgent matter, I'm going to send a voice memo back to you, letting you know that I understand what you're saying in your email. I understand the request, and this is how we're moving forward with that. And this is what you can expect. And that is emailed to all of these secured entrepreneurs. Okay. And I understand this way of communicating because it is more effective. You can get to people a lot faster than trying to talk to everybody on the phone. You only have so many hours in a day. All right. And you have to get to the business. You have to serve the people, okay, who are next. And then you have to create a way to serve the customers in a manner in which they are actually comfortable with. So if you explain to them, well, this is how we're going to be communicating, or when they call, you might have to leave a message. You might have to leave a message, and this is how we're going to get back to you. We've had several people call and leave messages, and then we're right on it. As soon as we hear the message, it's either going to be an email or you've gotten a phone call, okay? So those are the 10 result-proven money-making strategies for the new-aged entrepreneur. I'm telling you all, you are the niche, you are the brand. Okay, so stop coming out here and listening to these people who don't really have a business. They just make videos and they get paid to make videos. And some of them are just trying to get paid to make videos. Okay, you need the practical experience, and Mr. Aurorah just gave it to you. All right, so you all know. Go down the links below. Tax-free wealth. Get on Mr. Aurorah's calendar. Trust basics. All the links are down below. And you know that you can find me, Miss Aurorah Dey, at AurorahDayConsulting.com. And until next time, ta-ta.